Good morning. Thanks everybody for coming. The Senate Committee on Health, Education, Labor, and Pensions will come to order. Today we are meeting for an executive session to vote on the following nominations. Dr. Monica Bertinelli to be Director of the National Institute of Health, Charlotte Burrows to be Chair of the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, Erica McIntyre to be Commissioner of Labor Statistics, and Amanda Wood Lyhout to be a member of the Occupational Safety and Health Review Commission. We will take a roll call vote on each of the nominees. Our first vote will be on the nomination of Dr. Bertinelli to lead the NIH. Let me just say a few words, and I'm going to give the mic over to Senator Cassidy. My strong belief is that the American people understand that our healthcare system is totally broken and totally dysfunctional. We spend twice as much per capita on healthcare as almost any other nation, an unsustainable $13,000 for every man, woman, and child. Yet we have 85 million Americans uninsured or underinsured. Unbelievably, we don't talk about it enough. Some 60,000 people a year die in America because they can't get to a doctor when they should. I don't know if anybody here saw the pieces in the Washington Post last week on life expectancy. They're really, really good. Our life expectancy, how long we live, which is certainly the goal of what a society wants to do, is less than almost any other wealthy country on earth. One of the pieces point out that in Portugal, because they have a strong primary healthcare system, they spend 20% of what we spend on healthcare. They live longer than we do. So you got a broken system in general. We don't have enough doctors, nurses, dentists, etc. And then on top of all of that, we pay by far the highest prices in the world for prescription drugs. What does that mean? 1 out of 4 people can't afford the medicine their doctors prescribe. It means that hospital costs are going up. I don't know if people know this. My hospital, local hospital, 20% of the cost of their budget is prescription drugs, and it is soaring. Over 60% of new drugs coming onto the market right now going to cost $200,000 a year, unsustainable. Bottom line is we need a new approach to how we deal with healthcare in America and certainly how we deal with prescription drugs. And that is not just the responsibility of the NIH, to HHS, it's FDA, it's all federal agencies. Poll after poll, whether it's Republicans, Democrats, Independents, understand that we cannot continue a system in which we pay so much for prescription drugs while the drug companies make huge profits. We got to deal with it. So I had the opportunity, as all of you did, to listen to Dr. Bertinelli. I like her, but I think this is a moment when we need leadership at the NIH, which is really prepared to take on the greed of the pharmaceutical industry, lower prescription drug prices in America, and move the NIH in a very, very different direction. And for that reason, I will be voting no on Dr. Bertinelli. In terms of the other nominees, I think they're all fine nominees, and I hope very much that we can get them passed. Senator Cassidy.
Thank you, Chair Sanders. Today we're considering 4 nominees. I will speak on 2 in particular. First, I appreciate Dr. Bertinelli for making herself available throughout the process. The NIH clearly needs leadership to move the agency forward. I was talking to Coach Tuberville this morning. I think he pointed out that it's been 20 months that they've been out with such leadership, without such leadership. She has extensive experience as a clinical researcher, practicing surgeon, and in positions of leadership at NCI and the Harvard Medical School. She's been strongly endorsed by the scientific community. I also called some researchers I know. People come here, they're so coached. You have no clue what they really believe and what they think. I think they do a disservice to the people who come before us. But I called people who had worked with her or who otherwise were involved with NIH, although outside of the NIH. They spoke of her integrity, her fighting for the underdog, and commitment to intellectual honesty. And I appreciated her refusal to commit to extreme and counterproductive drug pricing policies like march-in rights and reasonable pricing clauses. When pressed, she committed to following the law As I pointed out in our confirmation hearing, the law is clear and so is the history. And to be clear, that these are policies that even Biden administration officials have admitted to this committee could risk further future partnerships to develop life-saving cures. In fact, we've seen this same scenario through the Clinton administration, when former NIH Director Harold Varma stated, when rescinding the reasonable pricing clause policy, extensive review indicates that the pricing clause has driven industry away from potentially beneficial scientific collaborations, and eliminating the clause promotes research that enhances the health of the American people. Close quote. Research America, an alliance of hundreds of organizations advocating for biomedical research, expresses concern about these policies that would, quote, discourage the uptake of breakthrough discoveries by the private sector. This would be detrimental to patients, close quote. We cannot repeat our past mistakes doing things that ultimately harm future patients. If confirmed, I expect Dr. Bertagnolli to listen to the NIH experts who have consistently concluded it is not the NIH's role to weigh in on drug pricing. I'll be watching her work closely to ensure she does not bow to political pressure from progressives. I'll also hold Dr. Bertagnolli accountable for her positions on fetal tissue research and informed consent. It is a basic expectation that she and all nominees follow the law as she committed to during her hearing. I remind her and this administration that fetal tissue research has failed to demonstrate significant scientific value, and that our lead science agencies cannot bow to political pressure or ignore basic bioethic principles because this fact may be unpopular. We can and must find better, more ethical ways. I also want to reemphasize that if confirmed, we shall hold Dr. Bertagnolli to her word that she will respect the oversight authority of Congress and not bow to political pressure from progressives. This administration has developed a pattern of circumventing congressional authority and then stonewalling oversight to avoid accountability. This is unacceptable and needs to end, and is an offense to Congress, no matter which party is in control of Congress. We need the next NIH director to engage with all parties and demonstrate clear leadership if we have hope to rebuild the trust that NIH has lost with the American public and Congress. If she is confirmed, I plan to work with her and hold her to that challenge. The NIH is desperate for leadership. Dr. Bertagnolli is qualified. She said she'll respect congressional authority. One more thing. As I was thinking about this, I take seriously that as a physician who has worked with those who have worked with the NIH, and perhaps most aware of the granular nature of what the NIH does with our medical leadership, and as ranking member of this committee, it's my responsibility to make the decisions or to make the recommendations as to who can best and at what time can they best lead our research entity. For that reason, I have decided I will support her nomination as she is qualified, and I think she will provide the leadership we need now. Dr. Bertagnolli is not the only nominee receiving a vote today. The committee will also consider the renomination of Charlotte Burrows to the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, EEOC. She's not had a hearing in this committee since 2014. Since President Biden made her chair in 2021, there's been a troubling pattern of partisanship, mismanagement, and a lack of transparency of the EEOC. Last week, I sent a letter to Chair Sanders expressing my disappointment over his decision to hold a committee vote without a hearing on her nomination and requested that he reconsider. And I ask unanimous consent to submit that letter for the record.
Without objection.
Unfortunately, the committee is moving forward to vote today on a problematic nominee without any accountability for many concerns held by members of this committee. These concerns should be bipartisan on a committee which has the responsibility of oversight. For example, Ms. Burrows' leadership, the commission has failed to produce a regulatory agenda or update annual reports from its Freedom of Information Act e-library as recommended by the Justice Department. That's something that all of us should be concerned about. Even if she happens to be a Democratic appointee, we should all be concerned about. Additionally, there have been multiple instances where EEOC has opted to issue technical assistance instead of guidance, subject to comments by outside stakeholders. There's no reason that EEOC should refuse to listen to the stakeholders whom their guidance is impacting. This is a basic principle of good governance, and my gosh, if it was a Republican chair, wouldn't Democrats be asking the same? And to this, I submit for the record letters from business organizations, including the National Retail Federation, calling for a hearing on Ms. Burrows over these issues. Perhaps most troubling, is that submitted for the record? Perhaps most troubling, the Commission has established a pattern of ignoring a congressional intent and clear statutory language to insert their own political agenda. Again, to my Democratic colleagues, imagine if a Republican was ignoring congressional intent and clear statutory language to pursue their own political agenda. You would be concerned. We are about her. As one example, a recent example, in EEOC's proposed Pregnant Workers Fairness Act, PWFA regulations, it illegally categorizes an abortion as a quote, related to medical procedure. Regarding clear legislative text and congressional intent that abortion is not included. This includes floor statements by my colleague, Senator Bob Casey. Now, by the way, they're going to lose in court, but that injects uncertainty and, frankly, a lack of trust in the process by all those stakeholders, including the Catholic bishops who supported the Pregnant Workers Fairness Act because of this legislative text and congressional intent. It's unacceptable that EEOC would inject abortion politics into a law with such strong bipartisan support. The EEOC is responsible to implement and enforce laws as written by Congress, not how some of the Commission members wish it were written. By the way, the law is written, I'll repeat this, in such a way that if they attempt to do this, they're going to lose in court. But this uncertainty is something that we in Congress attempted to eliminate. Burrows also unilaterally withdrew lawmaking that had advanced out of the EEOC by a majority vote and provided wellness guidelines for businesses wanting to set up voluntary programs to benefit their employees and encourage healthy lifestyles. Since the EEOC has taken no new action on this topic, employers are now unable to move forward on these programs or have dropped them entirely. Addressing concerns like this is exactly why committees should hold hearings for controversial nominees that will lead agencies over which we have oversight. It's disappointing that we did not, especially with a nominee who has substantial influence over our nation's employment discrimination laws. I will vote no on her nomination, encourage colleagues to do the same. With that, I yield.
Thank you. Senator Murray wanted to say a few words. I would then propose that we vote on Dr. Bertinoli, go to the other nominations, and people who want to raise issues can do it after the votes. Does that make sense? Okay, Senator Murray.
Thank you. I wanted to speak to the nomination of Dr. Bertinoli. She is a renowned leader. She's a seasoned oncologist. She's a researcher and director, and her record and numerous accomplishments leave no doubt she is an excellent choice to lead the NIH this critical moment. Getting a permanent NIH director on board is of the utmost importance, and she will bring to the agency steady leadership, a wealth of professional knowledge, and strong personal experience that will no doubt inform her approach to this role. Dr. Bertinoli is the right person to ensure the NIH stays on the cutting edge of innovation and research and fulfills its critical mission to promote health, keep our nation competitive, and give patients across the world real hope for the future. I will be voting yes to get her confirmed, and I urge all of my colleagues to do the same.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes, Senator Collins.
Mr. Chairman, may I ask unanimous consent to enter into the record my statement of support for Amanda Layhow to be a member of the Occupational Safety and Health Review Commission. She's a former staffer of mine.
Without objection.
Thank you.
We will now vote on the nomination of Dr. Monica Bertinoli. Seeing that a quorum is present, I move to vote on the nomination of Dr. Bertinoli to be the director of the National Institutes of Health. The clerk will call the roll.
Senator Murray?
Aye.
Senator Casey? Aye. Senator Baldwin? Aye. Senator Murphy? Aye. Senator Kane? Aye. Senator Hassan? Aye. Senator Smith? Aye. Senator Lujan? Aye. Senator Hickenlooper? Aye. Senator Markey? Senator Cassidy?
Aye.
Senator Paul?
By proxy, no.
Senator Collins?
Aye.
Senator Murkowski?
By proxy, yes.
Senator Braun?
By proxy, no.
Senator Marshall? Senator Romney?
By proxy, yes.
Senator Tuberville? Senator Mullen?
By proxy, no.
Senator Budd?
By proxy, no.
Chairman Sanders?
No.
I have 15 ayes, 6 nays.
The ayes have it. The nomination is agreed to and will be favorably reported. The next order of business is the nomination of Charlotte Burrows. I move to favorably report the nomination of Charlotte Burrows to be Chair of the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. Clerk will call the roll.
Senator Murray?
Aye.
Senator Casey? Senator Baldwin? Senator Murphy? Senator Kane? Senator Hassan? Senator Smith? Senator Lujan? Senator Hickenlooper? Senator Markey? Senator Cassidy?
No.
Senator Paul?
By proxy, no.
Senator Collins?
No.
Senator Murkowski?
By proxy, no.
Senator Braun?
By proxy, no.
Senator Marshall? Senator Romney?
By proxy, no.
Senator Tuberville? Senator Mullen?
By proxy, no.
Senator Budd?
By proxy, no.
Chairman Sanders?
Aye.
I have 11 ayes, 10 nays.
The ayes have it. The nomination is agreed to and will be favorably reported. Next order of business is the nomination of Erica McIntyre. I move to favorably report the nomination of Erica McIntyre to be Commissioner of Labor Statistics. Clerk will call the roll.
Senator Murray? Senator Casey? Senator Baldwin? Senator Murphy? Senator Kane? Senator Hassan? Senator Smith? Senator Lujan? Senator Hickenlooper? Senator Markey? Senator Cassidy?
No. I'm sorry, yes.
Senator Paul?
By proxy, yes.
Senator Collins?
Aye.
Senator Murkowski?
By proxy, yes.
Senator Braun?
By proxy, yes.
Senator Marshall? Senator Romney?
By proxy, yes.
Senator Tuberville? Senator Mullen? Senator Budd?
By proxy, yes.
Chairman Sanders?
Aye.
I have 21 ayes, 0 nays.
The ayes have it. The nomination is agreed to and will be favorably reported. The next order of business is the nomination of Amanda Wood Lyhow. I move to favorably report the nomination of Amanda Wood Lyhow to be a member of the Occupational Safety and Health Review Commission. The clerk will call the roll.
Senator Murray? Senator Murray?
Aye.
Senator Casey? Senator Baldwin? Senator Murphy? Senator Kane? Senator Hassan? Senator Smith? Senator Lujan? Senator Hickenlooper? Senator Markey? Senator Cassidy?
Aye.
Senator Paul?
By proxy, aye.
Senator Collins?
Aye.
Senator Murkowski?
By proxy, aye.
Senator Braun?
By proxy, aye.
Senator Marshall? Senator Romney?
By proxy, aye.
Senator Tuberville? Senator Mullen? Senator Budd?
By proxy, aye.
Chairman Sanders?
Aye.
I have 21 ayes, 0 nays.
Ayes have it. The nomination is agreed to and will be favorably reported. Senator Cassidy, do you or any other senators have some comments they'd like to make?
No.
Okay, with that, concludes our session for today. Thank everybody for being here. Committee stands adjourned.